Hello everyone, this is me Shreyas. So today I put my Cuban video if any of you would have seen that. So it was an average of 5 with the introduction to the channel. So today I'm putting like a chess video to explain whatever basics you need to know about chess and also one quite deadly tactic. So whatever I'm gonna teach in this is I'm gonna teach you the how to move the pieces. How to move the pieces. What are the pieces' names and the points worth, and the tactic called pin. I was planning to teach you guys a rotation, but then I figured out that was actually not really important unless you wanted to write your names, and that's actually nobody actually does that. So I'm just going to be teaching you these three things. So shall we begin? So there are 6 different type of pieces in chess, which are categorized into 4 different categories according to their points. So the first piece and the most useless in points is the pawn. So the pawn is worth only 1 point and it's actually pretty much useless except in the ending because it can move 2 steps in the beginning. After that it can move only 1 step. Sorry, my mistake. After that it can move only 1 step like this. And even for capturing, suppose I put a piece over here, it's not able to capture it. It's that bad that it can't even move forward, and it can only capture if something is beside it, like this. This black can capture this now because it's beside it. And if something is blocking its path, it cannot move forward. That's how bad it can get. So unless the opponent helps you by being polite to you and letting you put this bishop here so you can capture, there is really not a way to get out of here except taking out the knight, which is going to be extra hard. And then again you'll be covered by the pawn, so that's not an option. So now this is why. But in some cases they can be so very useful. You do not want to know how useful they can become. Okay, that's a joke. Everybody wants to know how useful they can become. Okay, so it's a worse part. So if you take this, then you take this. I didn't mean to checkmate. Sorry. Wait, come here. I come here. This guy pushes this. Push this. Push this. Push this. Oh boy. Push this. Yeah, this is called pushing a pawn. But if the pawn comes in the ending, you can make it any piece of the board except the king. Any piece. I mean it. Any piece. This is why I told you it's useful in the ending. So mostly people make it queen, but in some cases you need to make it a horse because you need to checkmate to the horse, which are very rare cases because everybody likes queens. So now the question is, if pawns can do what is this? If pawns can do this, why can't they do this just on the first step? It's because this is called a special move. There are 3 such special moves in chess which are quite advanced. I think I might be able to cover them in this session. So now let's continue with the other pieces. So the second category of pieces, because pawns are like one full category, second category of pieces are called minor pieces. They are surrounding the king and queen, as you can see, right next to them. So the first one is called the knight, which is this, the one that's green right now. I just moved it. So the good thing with these knights is that they can travel in L shape, back, side, front, side, back. And the amazing thing about them, which is so good, is that if there's a piece forward of you, unlike other troops, like suppose there's a rook here which can move forward, it will not be able to jump over it. But the knight has some special powers, so it can jump over the pieces. But not like, suppose there's like there's no way it cannot jump. So that's why this is a very useful piece. So now the other minor piece is called and the knights are worth 3 points. The other minor piece is called a bishop, which is also worth 3 points and can move anyway diagonally. Anyway, you say it, name it, it's diagonal, no piece is blocking it, it can go there. So like this, you can see, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here. So this is the usefulness of a bishop. So it can be used to block kings from moving front, to block diagonals, block different pieces from moving. So all over it's quite useful. It's worth 3 points. So now come the other major pieces. Let me set a board a bit different for this one. So these are called major pieces. So the good thing, the major pieces are worth 5, 2, 1. Okay, wait. I'll just explain it to you 1 second. Sorry, wait. Slow. Okay. So these two are major pieces. One is called the rook, which is worth 5 points and can move vertically, horizontally. It can, unless there's a piece chopping it, it can go direct even up to the queen, which is very rare. So it is all over quite useful and is worth 5 points. Definitely worth 5 points. So now there's not much to say about these pieces because they're very that piece because they're very straightforward. So now the other piece, the queen. The queen can move like any piece except the knight. You name it, it can move like it. It can move like the bishop, it can move like the rook. So all over it's the most awesome piece worth 9 points. And for beginners, if you lose the queen, it's almost as good as you lose the game. Now for pro players, there are some players like Magnus Carlsen who sacrifice the queen for fun and win the match. They are next level people. Okay. So then so now as you can see, this piece can move anyway except a knight, and it cannot jump over pieces. See, it cannot jump over pieces. Cannot at all. It's not like it can go to the bishop. Whereas the knight was here, it could actually go to the bishop. So now I think that covers all the pieces. So I told you I would teach you pin, which is a tactics. So let's get to that. So let's go. So this is a very useful tactic. E4, E5. Yeah, just that. Then this. This. He copies it. So now a pin is basically this. If this even if he tries to, he cannot move the knight because the king is behind it. If he moves the knight, it will be a check. And if you try to get an intentional check, it's not possible because even if by mistake in a real match you touch this, it will be a foul. And if you get like 2 fouls like this, then you are gone. So just because if you move it, it's a check. Basically, the king can be captured, and you cannot allow that. So now there's something called partial pin, which is a bit different. Let me show you how. Partial pin. Here, the piece can move, but if the piece moves, as you can see, the bishop can attack the queen. So if you basically want to give 9 points for free, or maybe for like a free pawn, then you can do that. But most players don't do that. So in fact, they lose this. So if you don't take it, the pawn will take. Most players in this case either take it or move here, which in case they do this, then do that, then they do this, and then here I get safe. So pins can be very deadly, but they can be avoided unless you don't play the wise move. Now some people who are very smart play this move, which is not attacking and does not help. You play that, it's just that the king is going to have to be checked, so he has to move, or you block with this, or you block with the queen. Both choices are bad. Or in this case, you can try sacking your queen. which is not good either. So most people will actually play this. Then you take this. Then you take this, and you will see you're up. You're not supposed to be up 5. You're supposed to be up 3. So, oh yeah. So you're actually supposed to be up 5. Okay. So you'll see you will be up 5. So this is a very deadly tactic. And if the opponent is a big girl and you're a big girl, he's in so much trouble. So I think that's all for now. So bye. Try these tactics, and tomorrow we'll be here with another Cubic video. Bye.